Shocking rituals, traditions, and games from around the world. The world is full of bizarre, exciting, and wonderful cultures that are all unique in their own way. For a Westerner living in a Western country, the traditions presented may sound extremely odd, but for those who grew up in these societies, they seem no more peculiar than Western children receiving money from a magical fairy after losing a tooth, or being showered with gifts on the day of their birth. These are some of the most unusual traditions and customs from around the world, and many of them are still being practiced today. Bride kidnapping. Perhaps you met your significant other at a bar or at the bowling alley. There was a courting period, a month or two of dating, and then finally, after a couple of years, one of you bent down on one knee and politely asked for the other's hand in marriage. In Kyrgyzstan, things are a little different. Bride kidnapping is still commonplace in this mountainous Central Asian republic, and many young men dream of one day stealing their wife-to-be, just as their father and grandfather did before them. Women are typically taken from the streets, forcibly put into a getaway car and driven to the family home of the hopeful grown-to-be. The family then detains the prospective bride and tries everything in their power to convince her to marry their male suitor relative. These days, many kidnappings are of a playful nature, but some reports suggest that in rare cases, the kidnappings can result in abuse, murder, and even suicide. Crucifixions. These days, actually, crucifixions have been all but banned around the world, but they can still be witnessed in the small village of Bangaray San Pedro Kutut in the Philippines. During annual Lent, worshippers reenact Christ's passion by actively crucifying themselves in order to repent for their sins, show commitment to their Lord, or to thank Him for answering prayers. Real nails are pierced through hands and feet, and participants are wiped and scored during the crucifixions. One repenting soul named Ruben Anage has been nailed to the cross and hoisted for all to see as an astonishing 27 times in his 55 years. His final crucifixion was said to be on Good Friday in 2013. He's still alive. He has retired from the ceremonies. Finger cutting. When your loved one dies, you may feel physically ill or even incapacitated by grief, but your pain differs slightly from the kind of agony that a Dani woman feels when a family member perishes. In the Western New Guinea province of Indonesia, the Dani tribe has a very unique way of mourning for their lost relatives. In their culture, it is customary to cut off the top half of a woman's finger during the funeral ceremony. The amputation symbolizes the pain of grieving, but also helps to ward off any unwanted spirits of the late relatives, which may haunt the village if these women were to keep their fingertips. After amputation, the bleeding digit is cauterized to stop blood flow and to help from a new fingertip. Penis yoga. Naga sadhus of India are known for their peculiar religious practices, but perhaps none are more shocking than the art of penis bending and penis aerobics displayed by the Hatha yogis. One man named Paglagiri Naga, a native of Allahabad region, pulled 100 kilograms stone slabs from his genitals in 2009. The Naga sadhus refused to wear clothing, even in the most bitter cold. They draw their inspiration from their Lord Shiva, who allows them to do remarkable and astonishing things. More penile feats can be witnessed during Kumbh Mela every summer, one of the few events that draw the Naga sadhus from their otherwise secluded lives. These men are warriors and often carry weapons such as tridents, conch shells, and swords. Although misunderstood by Western media, their secret and mysterious society remains one of the world's best examples of religious devotion and renunciation. Baby tossing. Western doctors used to spank babies in order to ensure that they were breathing, but in some parts of the world, newborn torment is taken to a new level. In the Karnataka state of India, rope priests hold infants by their hands and feet, shake them, and then drop them from a balcony into a makeshift blanket baby catcher from 30 feet below. The terrified newborns are then subjected to an involuntary crowd surf over hundreds of onlookers before being taken away to their mother. The ritual is practiced by both Hindus and Muslims and is said to bring happiness and prosperity to the babies. This shocking ceremony has been going on in India for at least 500 years. Needless to say, the ritual has caused considerable uproar amongst children rights groups who simply can't see the connection between child tossing and good fortune. Penis worship. All hail Hang. might as well be the slogan for this Japanese festival, but the people from around the Kanayama Shrine in Kawasaki, Japan, aren't worshipping a man named Wong. They're actually worshipping penises. During the festival, thousands of model penises are worn, thrown, eaten, bought, sold, traded, and followed through the streets in the form of enormous inflatable erections. The processions may be strange, but this annual festival has a much deeper meaning. The Kanamara Shrine has long been a place where prostitutes pray for protection against sexually transmitted diseases, a sort of holy condom, so to speak. Legend has it that there were once a young woman who had a penis-eating demon in her vagina, which put a real damper on her love life. Finally, after the demon had eaten the penises of two of her past husbands, she met a blacksmith who fashioned an iron penis from her. The metal phallus succeeded and broke the demon's teeth, thus lifting the woman's curse. The famous iron member is now enshrined at Kanamara, and it is enjoying more and more global fame every year as the festival grows in popularity.